Hello, welcome to my art channel. My name is Kat Kinway and it has been officially 1 year on YouTube. Woo woo! Party! I'm gonna be talking about what I have learned, what I would have done differently, and where I am now. Because this is an art channel, of course I'm going to be doing creative things. We are going to be messing in my sketchbook. I'm gonna be talking over it, so bear with me, and let's get into this artsy fartsy magic. Time to sparkle! Okay, here's my color palette, lots of warm colors. I've been practicing lots of limited color palettes because it forces you to be in a place where you have to put certain colors, and it really has improved my art, I believe. So I'm drawing the queen from my book. Her name is Alessandra. She's kind of like an alien goddess of the Tsar worlds. Okay, let's get down to the nitty-gritty stuff, okay? So what have I learned? Well, for one, you need to have patience because YouTube is not something you can get into and then immediately get 1 billion subscribers and you have all of these fans that support you and love you and want to follow you through the end. Like, that's just not something that's realistic, especially with art niches, because that's something that's not a huge niche. Like, it's not a popular niche. I don't believe it is. It's not something that people look up all the time, especially if you're not an artist or if you're not into art. Like, nobody's gonna be looking up your stuff. That's something to consider whenever you go into an art niche channel. But if that is your passion, then obviously that's something that you should pursue. Like me, I love art. I do this because it's my passion. But I also believe the artist niche is pretty diverse. There's lots of things that you can get into. Overall, I just think you need to consider the number of audience that is going to be in the niche that you pick. And I also believe specifically, I mean, this is an art channel, so I'm going to be talking about art related things. So I believe that you need to sprinkle yourself everywhere. Just put your hand in the pot of different areas of art. For example, ASMR, just painting, time lapses, speed paints, voiceovers. For example, what I'm doing now. You can do TikTok challenges. I've done one of those. You can talk about how to be productive as an artist, another video that I have made in the past. Some debating topics like art school versus self-taught. There's lots of videos about that. There's several ideas you can do, and I would just kind of do every single one of them. Put your hand in the pot and see where it goes. Studio tours, studio makeover, painting with a friend, painting outside. People love plein air videos. I haven't done one of those yet, but I do plan on doing that in the summer more so in the spring when it starts getting nice outside. That's something to consider. And what I have learned is that I shouldn't just limit myself to one subject. And that kind of leans into question number 2, what would I have done differently? There are several things I would have done differently. Several. The first thing I would have done differently is immediately not full force into just story time and art, because I did that for probably like the first 9 or 10 months of YouTube where I just did art and story time. Listen, people do not look up art and story time videos. It's just the name of the game. People are not searching art and story time unless you have been in it for a while and you are known to be an art and story time teller. If that's just something that you're getting into, nobody is going to be looking up that stuff. Plain and simple, you're gonna have like 10 to 20 views. Like all of my first probably, I don't know, like 30 videos have about 5 to 20 views on them. They're not good at all. Nobody wants to know about my cross-country trip with my brother. Nobody's looking that up. I'm sorry. Like, nobody's gonna be looking up how I lost my driver's license twice. I thought that one was gonna be gold. And I wasn't really preparing any of my videos. I was just kind of winging it. You can't wing things, okay? You cannot wing things and expect good things from it. So that's another thing I have learned, is that you have to be prepared for your videos. You have to know what you're going to talk about, at least write an outline down of what kind of points you want to get across in the video, and it will all come together. Another beast, editing. Editing. It is so important. I thought you could just do one angle of the paint and the art would speak for itself, but obviously people get bored. It's 2022, bitches. People are bored. You should probably be switching up your frame every 3 to 5 seconds, but let's be real, like that's really annoying to do. Sometimes that's just not the case, but it is good to switch it up at least every 10 if you can. Don't always keep the same angle of you and your art. I think you should always zoom in, zoom out. I don't think this works for everybody. I think there are people out there that can make the art speak for itself. For my ADHD eyes, I get bored. Always keep it moving, keep it something new every single angle, especially if you're the type of person like me who doesn't really like to talk while they're painting. I know some people are like, paint with me, and then they can talk while they're painting, but I just cannot do that. I have to be in the zone. So yeah, that is something that I wish I would have done when I first started. That's something that I have incorporated now, and I believe it has made a difference in my editing. I believe that my shots look better, the lighting looks better. That's also something to consider. I didn't know that you had to have super good lighting, so all of probably, again, 30 videos, my lighting sucks so bad. I had a ring light, but I wasn't really sure how to use it correctly, and it just didn't look very proper at all. It didn't look professional at all. You have to have a good setup. One more thing that I would have done differently is obviously I say obviously, but it's not obviously because it wasn't obvious to me. Look up how to write descriptions and tags for your videos, because I again was winging it, and I was just putting tags that I thought were popular and I thought that people would search, but it actually did me more wrong than right. Your description box is probably the most important tool when it comes to posting YouTube videos. Everything about your title needs to be in the description and more. So let's say you're doing a topic over art therapy. You need to add a description about art therapy. You need to add a description about your art channel multiple times in your description box. Yeah, I actually ran out of footage. I didn't realize I was gonna talk so much. Let's go into me just face to face and we will finish where I am now. Okay, welcome back to my face. We are gonna go through some analytics. After 1 year, I have 204 subscribers. Not bad. I really don't know what's good after 1 year, to be honest. My channel as a whole has gotten over 26.5 thousand views, which I believe mainly most of that is from my shorts that I have been posting. I've been trying to post those every other night at least. It has been working. 135 hours of watch time. It's 126 more than usual. It has been going up, and I have gained over 67 subscribers in the last 28 days. I believe the impressions are YouTube recommending the videos to other people, I believe. I have about 30.5 thousand impressions. That's up by 51%. My impressions click-through rate has lowered. It's not very good. I believe that's a number that you should strive for high. Not doing good there. 23.5 thousand unique viewers. Not sure what unique viewers mean. If you could tell me what that means, could you comment it below? I've had about 2 videos that have been gradually going up since I've posted them. The first one started off really slow, and about 4 or 5 months after posting it, that's when it started to go up. This one called the top 5 things I wish I knew before starting an art business. That one has over 1,000 views. It has 1,082 right now. It's been gradually going up. This is when I started experimenting with different topics. I posted this video 1 month ago. It's at 722 views. This is my studio makeover I did. I was really surprised my room makeover didn't get as many views because I worked so hard on that one, and it's about 19 minutes long. I think it's a real transformation. I like to hang out in here now. I didn't like to hang out in here before. A lot of my shorts have over 1,000 views. Am I where I want to be? No. Am I seeing improvement over the last year? Absolutely. Am I seeing improvement within the last month? Absolutely. Still a work in progress. I am so proud of myself for being this consistent for 1 year. I mean, YouTube is a commitment. I didn't know I was gonna marry this thing. Anyways, if you liked the content that I provided, if you liked my art, if you liked me, like and subscribe and hang out with me. Like I always say, I'm gonna do my closing words. Peace, love, and magic.